Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Steve Breach coming to you here today on the road to Survivor Series right now. Really thinking about a match that really could have been something that we honestly could have remembered at Survivor Series 2002. That one has a lot of big matches that could have happened. We have another video up on the channel about basically at that time WWE trying to get Evolution over on Monday Night Raw and Triple H pitching the idea of bringing War Games for the first time to WWE 20 years basically earlier than we ever really got to have it. Vince decided to turn that down because it was a WCW idea that had been played out and didn't want to do it. But if you flip over to the SmackDown brand, back in August, hyping up Brock Lesnar to get him ready for the SummerSlam Brock versus Rock affair, they had a main event on SmackDown. Hulk Hogan versus Brock Lesnar. This would not be the Brock Lesnar to be the champion. This was a match on the road to SummerSlam to get Brock Lesnar over as a legend killer, as a guy that could beat anybody on the roster, that he was a guy not to be taken lightly. Hulk Hogan had been, WWE champion that year before losing it to The Undertaker after beating Triple H shortly after WrestleMania. I look at this match as there was no build. It just all of a sudden you turn SmackDown on one night, and all of a sudden you got Hogan versus Brock being pitched. It reminds me a lot of the Road to the King of the Ring that year, where they just pitched Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Brock Lesnar, and Stone Cold walked out. I don't know how Vince was able to get Hulk to take a very rare loss on television. I mean, Hulk had pretty much lost to Andre, Arn Anderson, and now Brock Lesnar. Very few, televised losses not on pay-per-view for Hulk Hogan, but how Vince was able to get him to do it. Basically, Hulk pitched the idea, hey, I'll let Brock kill me today, but you're going to have to give me a pay-per-view main event after he becomes champion. And I think that's a way of paying me back. So it was sort of penciled in that Survivor Series 2002 would be Brock Lesnar versus Hulk Hogan for the WWE Championship. Match never ended up coming to be. Actually, Hulk held out. Didn't even return to WWE until, I believe, January of the next year to get ready for WrestleMania 19, where he would have a Vince McMahon match. I think a lot of stuff happened behind the scenes. I think that basically Vince came to Hulk and said, all right, it's Survivor Series. Let's get ready to have this match. Brock's going to beat you. And Hulk's like, wait a minute, brother. That doesn't work for me. I fully believe that Hulk balked at the thought of 2 straight losses to Brock Lesnar, even at Hulk Hogan's age at the time where he was on the roster. I think he thought that he was going to go to Survivor Series and beat Brock Lesnar to become champion yet once again. So the match we never got to be. Like I said, Hulk ended up returning and doing WrestleMania against Vince McMahon. Instead at Survivor Series, we ended up getting The Big Show. The Big Show beating Brock Lesnar. We could have got, what in Hulk's mind, Hulk Hogan versus Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship. Hulk's thinking that he's going to beat him. But instead, WWE's like, nah, I got a better idea. We're going to have Brock Lesnar lose to The Big Show. And to put it over and make it personal, we're going to have his manager, Paul Heyman, turn on him. And that's the reason why The Big Show beats him. Survivor Series 2002 was hugely, wildly successful, mostly because of the first Elimination Chamber with Shawn Michaels winning the championship, which would be his last WWE Championship run. Inside the chamber, Triple H basically almost dying. But man, I always kind of think about what would have happened if we would have got that Hulk versus Brock match.